All right, box and whisker plots in the 5-number summary. Okay, so what is a box and whisker plot? A box and whisker plot is a graph that represents or presents information in a 5-number summary, okay? And a box and whisker plot, sometimes called box plots, help to determine if there are any outliers in a data set, and they're used to compare 2 or more data sets, okay? So you're wondering, what is a 5-number summary? Okay, so the 5-number summary is going to include 5 pieces to your box plot, and that's going to be the lower extreme, the lower quartile, the median, the upper quartile, and the upper extreme. Okay, so the lower quartile, okay, is going to be your least value. This is going to be your lowest value. Okay, and that's going to be this value right here, which is your least, okay? Your lower quartile, which is also called quartile 1, or your first quartile, that is going to be the median of your first half of your data, okay? So your lower quartile, or the quartile 1, is going to be your median or your middle number of your first half of your data, okay? Your middle or your median is your quartile 2. That's going to be the middle number of your data set, okay? So your median is right here. This is your middle number of your whole entire data set. The upper quartile, which is also known as quartile 3, or your third quartile, is going to be this number right here, and that's your upper quartile. That's going to be the median of your upper half of your data, okay? And then your upper extreme is going to be your highest value, okay? And so what we're going to write down here is your lower extreme is going to be your least value, okay? Your lowest value, okay? Your lower quartile is going to be the median of the first half of the data. Okay, so again, your median is your middle number of the first half of the data. Okay, your median is going to be your quartile 2. That's the middle number of your entire data set. Okay, your upper quartile is going to be the median of the second half of data. Okay, so that's the median of the second half of the data. Your upper extreme is going to be your highest value, or your highest value, okay? Or your greatest value. Okay? All right, so let's put this all together, okay? So what is a quartile, okay? The quartile is, if you think about quart is your first part of the word is quart is divided into 4. So the blank of a data set separates the data into 2 equal parts. So what separates the data into 2 equal parts is the median. Okay, so first of all, when you're looking at your data, you're going to look at your median, which is going to separate the data into 2 equal parts. Once the median has been located, data can be separated into quartiles, which is 4 parts. Quartiles separate the original data into 4 equal parts. Okay, so quart means 4. Each quartile represents, okay, 25% of the data set. Okay, so each quartile is going to represent 25% of the data set, which is 1/4 as a fraction. Okay, what is the interquartile range? The interquartile range is the difference between the upper quartile, which is also known as quartile 3, and the lower quartile. And you can get this by getting quartile 3, the value for quartile 3, and you subtract quartile 1, okay? This is also known as the IQR, interquartile range, IQR, okay? It's useful because it represents blank of the data and spans the %50 of the data. Okay, so you're in the IQR, or the interquartile range, is 50% of your data, and spans the box of your box plot. Okay. All right. So again, the first part of these notes is all about the parts of the box and whisker plot. Okay, and what the 5-number summary is. Okay, the 5 values that we find. Okay. So again, median is going to be your middle number of your whole entire data set that splits the data into 2 parts. Then you get in your quartiles, that's going to separate it into 4 parts. Each quartile represents 25% of the data. That's 1/4. And then your middle part, your box part of your box and whisker plot, is the interquartile range. That's 50% of your data. So let's put this all together. Okay, so on the other side of your notes, we are going to put together a box and whisker plot using the 5-number summary, okay? Very first thing you want to do, so I got all this data. The very first thing you want to do is you want to order the data from least to greatest, okay? So let's do this. So my least number of my data set is going to be 72, okay? So as you cross out, as you write them down, least to greatest, 72, and then I've got 78. And then it looks like I've got 80. And I got another 80. Okay. I've got 82. Okay. 84. 86. Okay. I got 92. 96. 98. And I got 3 100s. So least to greatest. Put my data. Okay. So step 1 is to order your data from least to greatest. This is what you want to do always, okay? Step 2 is going to locate the minimum value, okay? My minimum value is going to be my least value, which is my my lower extreme. And I'm going to circle the maximum. So first step is going to least to greatest, but the second step, you're going to locate your minimum and your maximum. So my minimum number is 72. My maximum is 100. Okay? And then you're going to find the median of the data set and box it. So again, this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 numbers. If you have 13 numbers, you're going to have one in the middle. So what's the median? So the middle number should be 86. So I'm going to box my median, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the lower quartile, which is your quartile 1. I'm going to triangle it by finding the median of the lower half of the data. Now, when you do this, the trick is you want to cover up your median, cover it up, okay? And then you're going to find the middle number of your first half of your data. So the number that's going to be in the middle, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you should have 2 in the middle. So the 2 numbers in the middle is going to be 80 and 80, okay? So if you have 2 numbers in the middle, then that means that you have to add them together and divide by 2, okay? So 80 and 80, if you add 80 and 80 together and divide by 2, you're going to get 80. So my median of my first half of my data is going to be 80. So I'm going to go ahead and put it here and triangle it, okay? So 80 is my quartile 1, okay? Then I'm going to do the same thing for the upper half of my data, okay? So again, I'm going to cover up my median with my finger, okay? And I'm going to find the middle number of my second half of my data. So you notice that the middle number is going to be between 98 and 100, okay? So this is, so you're thinking, well, what's in between 98 and 100? If you add 98 plus 100 divided by 2, you're going to get 99, okay? So 99 is going to be my median of my second half of the data. So I got 99 is my quartile 3, okay? So 99, okay? So now I'm going to put my values. So my lower extreme is my minimum, okay, which is 72. My lower quartile, which is my quartile 1, is going to be 80. And my median is going to be 86. My upper quartile is 99. My upper extreme is my maximum, which is going to be 100. So those are my 5 number summary, okay? Now, once I have my 5 numbers, I can construct my box and whisker plot, okay? So here is my, my line, okay? I have it in equal intervals. So I got 90 is going to go up by, I think it's going to go up by at least 2 or 3, okay? So I'm going to draw data above the line to represent 5 number summary, okay? So you're going to draw a box connecting the lower and upper quartiles, okay? So take a look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to graph 72, 80, 86, 99, and 100. So I'm going to graph 72, which is about, let's see, 72 is about right. I'm going to say about right here, okay? That's 72. And then I'm going to graph 80. I'm going to graph 86. Okay, 99, which is about right here, and 100. Okay, so I'm going to graph my 5 points, 5 numbers. Then what am I going to do is you're going to connect. Okay, so here's quartile 1. You're going to draw a box. This line, this right here is quartile 1. You're going to draw a box around connecting quartile 1 and quartile 3. Okay, you're going to draw a vertical line through the median, which is right here. Okay, then what you want to do is draw horizontal lines from your quartile 1 to your lower extreme, quartile 3 to your upper extreme. Okay, so this is happy. This is the upper extreme right here. This is quartile 1. This is your median, which is also quartile 2. This is quartile 3, and this is your upper extreme. Okay, so this is actually how you construct a box and whisker plot using those 5 number summaries. Okay, so we are going to be talking about this more in class, but be sure that you got at least the steps down how to do this on this part in your notes, and then on the other side as well. Okay, so I want you to do your min right here. Make sure you're putting min, and this is your max. Okay, so again, your lower extreme is also called your min. Your max is your upper extreme. Okay, so that is a 5 number summary and box and whisker plots.